Hi, everybody. Glad to see everybody here. Hope you had a good long weekend and another one coming up. I hope you have an opportunity to take some extra time to do some fun things that bring you joy. Sorry, got to get closer to the table. I'm glad I looked at the agenda just before signing on because all kinds of things have just been popped into it. So there's lots of announcements today, not so much from me. The interaction with the system through Erica's meetings has been very limited. Meetings have been canceled because it's legislative session and Erica and Mike, you get called into all kinds of meetings and preparation for board meetings. So we have not had a whole lot of meetings since I last spoke with you. So I don't have any major updates for you. But I do see that there's lots of people who want to share their information with you. And so we'll start. You guys ready? Deep breath. It's Wednesday, hump day, but short week. Yay! This is the time of the year when the university is a very active participant in the fundraising for food bank. Our campus has a history of going all out. 50-pound rice bags, lots of food. That might be a little bit more challenging since not so many of us are coming on the campus right now, but we are really lucky in having Joy Ohlers take this on again. So Joy is here today. Last time I saw Joy, it was on Diamond Head Road, if I'm not mistaken, walking in opposite directions. But Joy is here today to help us understand what's happening with the food bank campaign. Joy, all yours.
So like Louise said, it's an annual tradition that we do, just like we do Aloha United Way every year. So, and these are the two major, in fact, maybe they're the only two charities that our college supports. So, and these two local charities are really the best because they have the great track record of distributing only to those who really need it. And a very, very low proportion of their budget or administrative budget goes towards, the administrative costs. So I feel like they don't waste their donations, not like some other, maybe a bigger organization or international organization or some other smaller charities. And so that's one of the reasons why we're doing it. Probably another reason why we're doing it is because, we are really privileged to be working and be healthy, most of us, during this time. And I also know that many of us are supporting our extended family, our extended ohana, who might not be so lucky. And so please don't feel, very important, don't feel pressure when you see these news announcements go out in the news for the next 4 weeks. Please don't feel pressure that you have to donate. Then the third point I want to bring up is that, I don't know if you know this, but $10 buys provides food for 25 meals. So it's a lot better than if you go to Costco and you buy a big bag of rice, because that rice, the amount that you pay at Costco, that amount, the Hawaii Food Bank could get a lot more than one bag of rice. And Lisa from nursing was just telling me earlier this week that from her experience working with the underserved, she knows for a fact that $50 fills a minivan for, let me see, how many days did she say? Can last up to, let me get my notes, 3 weeks. And I was like, wow, that's just the power of their purchasing capability. And then the last point I want to make is, I know a lot of us support our campus food pantry, but like Coco and Lavashe explained to me, our donations to the food bank indirectly helps the food bank on campus, because if there's no food in the food bank, Coco and Lavashe can't buy food for our food bank. So in a way, we're helping not just our community, but also our students and faculty and staff who are using our local campus pantries. So I'm going to put in the chat how to do this. 3 simple steps. The URL is there. You can click on it But the second thing we'd like you to do is to put UH Capilani Community College in the right at the bottom, the additional comments. I can share screen. Maybe I can share screen.
Just a sec, Joy. Let me make sure you can do that. Yeah, can.
Okay. I have to go to that place I just sent everyone to. Okay. So it will look like this. Okay, share screen. Here we go. It will look like this. This is the part that is really important, so that I mean, giving, donating is very important. That's actually the most important thing. The second thing why we ask you to put UH, cases, Capilani, is because at the end, we know how much UH contributed. We also know how much we contributed as a campus. And I'm going to tell you later what number we were last year, because I was kind of, we could have done better, but we didn't know. Okay, so that's the part that you need to put in, this part here, UH, in the additional comments. I'm going to stop sharing screen now. And so those are just the three simple steps. Go there, first one, put your money in, credit card, very safe, secure, no problem. They don't sell your data. Secondly, go to the additional comments and put it in there. And then I want to show you this leaderboard. I think it works. Joyce made it. It's like really cute, and it tells you where we are right now. We are only at $200 because we haven't really started. We start on Friday. So that's where you can go. And the reason why we have that up there, and that's related to the third step, which you have to send me a receipt if you want your amount to go into that leaderboard. So that leaderboard tells us which department or unit is going to win a pizza party.
Joy, are you showing something? Because we're not seeing it.
Oh, no, I'm not showing it.
Okay.
Oh, I can show it. I'll show it. Okay. Let's share screen again.
Yes, pizza party for the department or unit that generates the most donations.
It looks like this. Wrong screen. Okay. Can you guys see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that needle's gonna move. Hopefully. And right now, nursing is in the lead. Last year, nursing was also in the lead.
Okay,
So,
well,
yeah.
can't have that happen.
Right. Last year, nursing was in the lead, and LL was second in the lead. So
how do we get to input who gave how much? What's that process?
Yeah. So you send me your PDF receipt, which does not have your credit card details, so I can't go shopping with it. And if you're not comfortable sending it to me, you can send it to your department, if you have a secretary or someone in your department. I have sent out the email to all the secretaries, and not everybody has replied. So I'm assuming most people don't want to do it. So if you're okay, you can send it directly to me. That's fine. And then I will input it in there. Angela's saying she can't get in. That's strange. I mean, I know Alyssa said she couldn't get in, but some other people said they can get in. We're going to look at that, the data again, that data sheet. I'm not sure why some people are not, because we open it so that everybody can look in. At first, we only limited to Hawaii emails, but we'll look at that. So the last thing I want to say is that last year, UH raised almost 70,000. And let me look at my notes here. And we were number 4 with $4,823. LCC was number 2 at double what we had.
Oh.
So, yeah, I just thought you might be interested in some figures from last year. Any questions? Yeah, Michelle said they can't get it. Okay, I'm going to look at that display again. It's the first time we're using a leaderboard. Yeah, so no other question. Thank you so much. We are going to start posting the news and all the, what I just mentioned today in the news bulletin on Friday. But keep going and keep donating even when it's over. We're only going to look at April 1st to the 30th for the pizza party, but you can continue donating. And I think for the UH campaign, it ends on May 14th. Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks so much, Joy.
So you guys aren't participating, admin? What's up?
We're not on that leaderboard?
No, I didn't see. I saw the departments, but no administration.
There's no leader in the ELT then. What's going on? What's happening? We're absolved. Okay, we'll make sure that the leaderboard gets updated. And if there's anybody else who didn't see themselves or don't see themselves on that, you better let Joy and Joyce know that you want to be up there. Look, see, everybody now wants to be in the running. Yes, we're not competitive in the least.
Oh, I thought they were taking our 10% and giving it automatically to the food bank.
That's if you want to do that. That's personal, volunteer, totally volunteer. Other questions for Joy? I missed that on dissolved, absolved, or resolved. I don't know. What happened? Where did that come from? Janfried, fess up. What is this? Admin?
Louise, you had said that admin was dissolved. I'm sorry, absolved.
Yes. No.
Dissolved, absolved, resolved.
Certainly not solved of any kind. Consolved, is there a consolved? Because we do everything together as we're a team, right? We're consolving. Okay, thank you very much. Also on the agenda is Shannon. So Shannon, you have something you'd like to share?
Yeah, just a plug, please, for supporting the students. They have a ballot that's out right now, and also a survey. We do an annual survey, and I think with the pandemic and everything being communicated through email, it's just difficult for participation. We've never had so low of a response rate from students, and we really want to hear their feedback so that we can use that feedback to propel the next student congress academic year of what they're going to focus on and what the data tells them. So I'm just asking for any instructional faculty to share this in their class bulletins, or maybe just a really quick plug of an email. I know some instructors and departments have done this already, so I really want to thank you for that. We're hoping to close it soon because we know the SESI is opening and we're not trying to have too much open, but at the same time, we do need student participation for this, particularly to vet our executive team, all the candidates for each position. So Kara just put the link in there. It's also in the meeting minutes or notes for today. So if you could please encourage all folks who have contact with students to please encourage participation, we would appreciate it. Thank you very much. And students can win $100 to the bookstore. We're going to give away 3 prizes. So please help us. Thank you.
Thanks, Shannon. Questions for Shannon? Okay. Next on the agenda is an announcement from BOSA, from the chairperson, Cici Po'oi.
Hi, sorry. But first off, I want to thank all the faculty and staff who were able to donate to our supplies for Positive Vibes this past week. The students very much appreciate it, and so does BOSA. So thank you again. I just wanted to come on here and advertise that we are looking for board members, and we were hoping that the faculty and staff could help us in any way possible getting students to apply for next year's board. They will learn a lot of new leadership skills. It helped me. Sorry, my voice is cracking, but it looks great on the resume, and it gives them a chance to actually have a leadership role at KCC during their time while getting their education. I'll send the link in the chat, and also we have a field day on April 9th, Friday, that's next week, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on the Great Lawn. If the staff and faculty would like to come, we're not forcing anybody, but would like to come and participate in the field day and meet the students that have RSVP to come, you're more than welcome to come and participate. Do not be shy. Other than that, thank you so much for your time and have a great weekend or week. Sorry.
It's close. It's tomorrow the weekend starts, Cece. We're right on it. Let me ask you a question. What kinds of students are you looking for to be on the board at BOSA?
We're looking for students who are willing to be active and interactive with other student body to create events that are educational, social, recreational, and cultural for the student body during their time at KCC, who can give them that college experience. We're not looking for anyone in particular. We're just looking for people who have the willingness to do it and to be a part of making a difference for the school, I guess. Anyone is qualified.
They don't have to have a certain number of credits or a certain GPA or.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry, I was wrong. They do have to be yes, the GPA has to be 2.0 or above.
Yeah.
And they have to be a home-based Kapiolani Community College student with 6 credits or more.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Those are the credentials. They are the entry into the gate, but you really want the people coming through the gate to have the qualities that you described in terms of willingness to get involved, willingness to contribute to the engagement of their classmates and stuff. So that's really important too. So anybody else have questions or comments for CC? Okay, no then. Then, Cece, you have a great weekend. Starts tomorrow. Bye. Play dodgeball. Roman, that's such a dangerous sport. It's a contact sport the way you guys play. Roman, you're next on the agenda. Go ahead.
Yes, but play dodgeball if y'all want to. It's pretty fun watching the students play against each other too. They're really competitive. Like we just had on the walkathon, there were a bunch of students that ended up playing dodgeball and they were having a blast. They played like multiple rounds. No, yeah, contact only if you get hit. Yeah, they can actually space out pretty well. We tell them not to aim for the, don't aim for the head or like below, so.
Now you got to aim for the ankles and throw them right off so they fall on their butts.
Yeah, so please join. It may be a good stress reliever if you play dodgeball, So the announcement I wanted to share is, so the Office of Student Activities is also looking to hire. So just to differentiate, the Board of Student Activities does a lot of the event planning for campus, and the Office of Student Activities does more of the student IDs, bus passes, the Kamakila Student Center, as well as working with our student orgs and our intramural sports, lost and found, things like that. So it's mainly, OSA is more of kind of an office type of job. So if there's any students that that are looking, just trying to get their feet wet, maybe this is their first job ever, please encourage them to apply. With the students I'm looking for, kind of same requirements, 2.0. They do not have to be home based at KCC, just as long as they're in the UH system. 6 credits as well is the minimum. And then anyone who's really willing and open to learning, again, because a lot of the students start here, maybe it's their first job, they've never had a job before. And in this role, it's really it's trying to get them prepared and learn basic customer service skills, being detail oriented, being attentive, and knowing how to help students in that way, but also the enthusiasm to help their fellow students as well. So the contact information is in the agenda. I'll also put it in the link so students can apply through Siki. I know Siki could be a little bit difficult for students, so they can always email osa@hawaii.edu or myself as well for more information.
Okay, thanks. Questions for Roman? Okay. Noel, our Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Noel.
Hi. Okay, a little bit of switching the topics here, going back to getting ready for summer and fall registration, all starting on Monday. So as I mentioned at last week's meeting, we will be sending an email that has a whole packet of registration, flyers, information, all of that, that we'll be sharing with the instructors. And I just wanted to go over a little bit about what you can expect to see in the folder. So the first thing is, let me see if I can share a screen. I can. Here we go. All right. So basically, I assume you're going to be getting this email unless we make more changes. Pretty long, and I know everybody has a lot of stuff to do. So what we did was, if you just skip to the bottom to the bold, at minimum, if you can, basically tell your students this. Registration is starting on Monday, April 5th. I encourage you to register. And basically, you're going to send them to one virtual location, which is the Star Balance virtual walk-in, right? So you don't have to really tell a student, well, what kind of, who's your advisor? Do you have financial aid questions, whatnot? Send them all to the virtual walk-in. Everybody will be there waiting during April 5th through the 8th. So this is Monday through Thursday. You might be asking, well, what about Friday? Well, a lot of this idea of the re-enrollment campaign came through our conversations with the AGOs on campus. And we talked about, well, what can we do to really help increase our continuing students? So basically, we focused on Monday through Thursday because what I can do is those students who are registering Monday through Thursday are students who are currently with us, or they have existing credits with us. I think 6 or more. I could be wrong. I'll probably see that in the chat box because that's wrong. But what we're going to do is measure it, the amount of students who are registering based on those days to see if our effort really worked. Now, to help everybody with this, we created a bunch of things for you. So, for example, as an instructor, if you are wanting to reach out to your students, but don't want to use that generic template and you want to get a little bit more personal, we basically created some of these templates for you already, right? So you have a general reminder email to students. You have one where a student is in a subject that continues in the following term. For example, those teaching human anatomy, that kind of goes 1, then 2, same thing for math courses. You could also encourage students to enroll in another course you're teaching. Maybe they enjoyed the course that you are teaching, and then you say, hey, how about trying to take this course too? It might fit in. The other one where it kind of gets a little bit more personable and describes our current situation. This is an email that just addresses COVID in general. We know it's been a struggle. However, you kind of made it through. We hope to see you next semester, but even if you don't, please let us know how you can help, right? Because I think just trying to talk about registration without really talking about what's going on in the student's life is a little hard. So that's one. It's just kind of talking about COVID struggles. It's a little bit longer email. And the other one for department chairs or deans, if you also want to try and encourage students to register, there's one for you. Feel free to edit as needed. The hyperlinks, don't edit that one because then it'll go to the wrong place. But this is just to kind of get the idea started of how to have these types of conversations with the students. And really, this is from the input from the counselors in terms of how to do this, right? So we have that in terms of how you can do that. We also have, if you want, and this is thanks to Lisa Yamamoto, made a bunch of these PDFs or JPEGs, and you can use it to either email students, post it in Laulima, change your Zoom background, change your Zoom profile, all of the above. And it's just encouraging students, again, here's registration, starts next week, and here's the various dates. Some of them have the dates, some of them kind of give you the link for the virtual walk-ins, right? So all the information we have here will be ready. The other thing is, and this is a little bit more fun for your students if you want to share with your students. Basically, again, Lisa created all of these fun little designs. Here you see like the boba and coffee cups, but basically students can use this for their Zoom backgrounds or profiles and basically say that, hey, I registered. Just to kind of create some momentum within the classroom, within the Zoom rooms. So people try to ask, hey, what is that? Where'd you get that one? Be like, well, I registered. So you can get from really some professional looking ones, a little bit more fun with the spam musubis. I believe that is a mint tea jubilee. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Or just things like that. The last one, because registration, there's a lot of information. And again, we're just kind of throwing this out there. We do have a video done by the counselors that you can also send to your students, or if you want, play in the middle of your class, that will go and talk about everything registration related and where to get help. So again, you don't have to kind of read through all this. The video will kind of say it all. Again, if it makes it easier, just a simple email to students encouraging them to register. And again, sending them all in one location, and hopefully they don't kind of get lost in the virtual world through the link. But yeah, I want to thank Lisa, Joanne, Christy Malter, Christy Yoshikawa, and Angela for getting this done in a short turnaround time, because the idea just, it kind of came up, then we kind of needed to move really quickly. This is also something we're hoping to use as a resource and just update it, especially the templates for the instructors in terms of what they can do and all of that. We couldn't think of all the different scenarios, but as they come along and as instructors use their own, hopefully we can create a database so that we can just kind of have these on. Yeah, that one, Annie, I seen her email and I mentally replied to it. I did not electronically reply, so I apologize. Your response is in my head. I'll go ahead and email you about the best resources for that to kind of make sure students are getting the help that they need.
Maybe you want to share it so in case other people are walking around campus and finding lost students.
It's going to be a longer email, but I can send that out to CAC.
Okay, that would be good, just because there are sometimes, actually, I just had a student asking me yesterday about, no, Monday, about wanting some help for stuff. So it's good for all of us to know so that all of us can direct any kind of lost students on the campus if we happen to be here.
Okay.
Thanks, Coco. Easy to remember.
Okay, questions about the re-enrollment. Again, registration is starting next week already. The whole point of the re-enrollment is to get our continuing students, right? So eventually what we do want to see, and I'll share a screen, and I'll give you the link for this as well, but I can't do this. Basically, what I'm gonna be looking at is this. It's the IRA data, IRAO data from the system level. But what it'll start to do is track day by day. So as you can see, for some reason, Windward had a head start. A little cheating here, trying to enroll students earlier. But eventually, this one will take it day by day. So eventually, what we'll try to do is look at Monday through Thursday, and then compare the data from last spring, which is how we typically do it. But hopefully, we can kind of see some movement. Hopefully on Monday, might be good or bad, but there's a lot of students in the virtual walk-in because they're all referred by you guys. And if it does happen, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. If the students are there we'll meet their needs. But that is pretty much the whole re-enrollment campaign and how it looks and how we're measuring it from Bird's Eye Lens.
Thank
Questions
you.
about that?
More questions for Noel?
Hey, Noel, check with MKC because we always have someone in MKC. We just don't leave the door open. And then with FYE students, do they have a tag on? What is considered a FYE student?
Yeah, so this is the hard part. We got to make sure that when we're referring, that it's just one common area and one common place.
Yeah, got it.
Which is why I was gonna do a much longer email to answer the question.
Okay. Any other thoughts or questions for Noel? Okay. Carol, you would like to update us on a presentation tomorrow?
Yes, very quick announcement, everyone. Tomorrow is a quarterly virtual town hall meeting with Chancellor Pagotto the CIP team and the architects, giving an update about the Culinary Institute of the Pacific, Phase 2 at Diamond Head. I hope that you can join us. You'll hear about what's been happening in the past few months and see some new renderings. I'm going to go ahead. I put the link to where you can RSVP in the chat, and I'll put that up right now.
Right, and this is a webinar, so you must pre-register. You can't just show up on the day. So if you put the link in your browser right now, you can go ahead and register and be ready for tomorrow. Thank you, Carol. Thank you for that. Questions for Carol? Okay, then open for any questions from anybody on the call that we've run through the agenda, and open for any kind. Dave Stevens, you have an announcement? Go ahead.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, great. I just found out today that our Naval Information Warfare Center IT cybersecurity internship has been renewed for another year. And the students that went through our first round last fall, of those 13, 4 have been handpicked by the Naval Information Warfare Center to go to part 2 of the internship and get a DoD paycheck, be a full-time employee and intern at Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam at Ford Island for cybersecurity analysis for the NIWC Pacific. And we will have the next round 1, again, a repeat of this, to get more students at HCC coming this fall.
Fabulous. That's great. They've just been launched into a career that's quite outstanding. That's terrific. Congratulations to the cyber guys and the students who must have worked really hard to get that second shot. That's great. Brian, there was a question about Subway. Is Subway coming back?
You mean for the fall or for the summer?
It just says, is Subway going to come back? Doesn't say when.
I strongly doubt they'll be back this spring. There just isn't enough people here to make it worthwhile for them to open. I am discussing things with him for the fall, but as it looks like right now, the fall will almost be the same number of people as it is this spring. So yeah, I will say as of right now, no.
Okay. We're all hoping that fall is the transition back to something of a more 50-50 with online and in person. We're still, Maria, do you remember what the last percentage breakdown is between totally online, I'm putting you on the spot, totally online and hybrid / face-to-face?
No, I don't have the number.
I can't remember either.
Yeah.
But it wasn't more than 30% face-to-face.
Yeah.
As far as I can remember.
I mean, they considered hybrid and face-to-face together.
Yeah. Other announcements from anyone on the call?
I have a quick announcement.
Go, Darsh.
So open enrollment period starts tomorrow and it would be active from April 1st to April 30th. We'll be hosting 2 informational sessions. One is tomorrow, April 1st, starting of the period, and then another would be on April 15th. That's midway. I encourage you to attend if you have any questions or if you need suggestions on what can be done during open enrollment period. The basic things that you can do is make changes to your medical, dental, and vision plans, add yourself to free group life insurance plan, as well as add or change dependents if your kids are, coming to an age of 26.
I was thinking, if you don't like your kids anymore, you can change them.
You can remove them. Yes, so feel free to attend the sessions. If you have questions, all kind of questions are welcome. There are various documentation that are required to add, remove, or change dependents. So earlier the better, and we'll be able to provide you advice on time. So register and we'll see you and the informational sessions. Thank you.
Thank you. So I just got a private message from someone. I'm not going to say who, but we are tracking the classes that have asked to be face-to-face, to be exempt from the online. And so far there are 123 approved requests for face-to-face or hybrid for fall. And that's 123 out of probably 700 to 800 classes about. Anything else for the good of the order?
I have one. Again, our Ohana Produce Plus distribution is on April 9th. We're still looking for more volunteers. The more the merrier. We do have over 250 people signed up already. Again, we went up to almost 300. So those that did help, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You see what we have to do. Thank you to the admin services. You folks came out right at the end and pushed us and kept going. And that's what everyone is noticing about KCC, how much we know when we are in need of cause that everyone comes out and supports each other. So please come in and help. And then right after that, you guys can go up to the Great Lawn and participate in BOSA's and their event that they have there. So again, April 9th, come out and help support us. I appreciate it. Happy Easter, everybody.
Auntie Coco, you have a question in the chat. Is the volunteer sign up link open to the public?
Right now, I think that was a Lavashe question that I did not get an answer. I can double check right now. It's only for the UH.
Right.
It's only accepting UH.
Lavashe provided her answer.
No. Oh, right there. No, it's not. And we can change it. So to have them keep clicking on the link. I believe she's making the change now as we speak.
As we speak. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Auntie Coco. Look, Brian registered. That's great. Thanks, Brian. We need enrollment. Other thoughts? Okay. Thank you, Maria. 27%. We weren't far wrong.
Louise, I'd like to make another announcement.
Sure.
Carol. Okay. The University of Hawaii Community Colleges, along with the Workforce Development Council and the statewide library system, are collaborating together to offer digital readiness classes statewide to people who are not familiar with or who have not used computers at all. So these are underprivileged adult learners. And Kapiolani Community College is going to be offering classes because the people have not used computers. They will be face-to-face classes, and there will be only 3 to 10 people per class. The class date schedule moved back just by 1 week, so classes will be starting on April 23rd, running through about the middle of May. I am still looking for some instructors to help us out, and you will be compensated. The proper PPE and COVID protocols will be followed. We did get permission from the Chancellor to offer the classes. If you want more information, you can contact me in my office. I'm actually doing telework today, but you can contact me tomorrow if you think you might want to teach. Thank you.
Thanks, Carol. Email address is hoshiko@hawaii.edu. Okay. Anything else? Okay then, looks like we're done for today and this week. Happy Easter to those of you who celebrate. Yes, Auntie Coco, you just got there before me. Easter egg decorations, bunny baskets, hiding the little Easter eggs in the grass, all kinds of things that you can do. But please enjoy the long weekend with your family. And we're almost there. Thank you always, always, always for showing up with a smile for your students, for your colleagues, and doing your best for this college. Thank you, everybody. We see you next week, Wednesday.
Be safe this weekend, everyone. No big parties.
That's right. Unmute and say goodbye. Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.
Bye.